Heath Harris is the first assistant district attorney here in Dallas County, talking about this change that Eric Holder wants to make. Most of the problem we hear about, a lot of the complaints, judges even complain about this. I don't have any leeway. I got to sentence this guy whether I think I should or not. That's at the federal level. How does this, tell me what happens at your level, state court, and how it might affect.
Well, the state level, you know, again, Mr. Watkins makes sure that we have all our prosecutors trained so that they have the discretion to make decisions on a case-by-case basis on, you know, whether this is a first-time offender or a nonviolent offender who should get treatment versus a serious offense where we're going to try to get this person incarcerated and off the streets of Dallas County as long as we can.
So you kind of already have the kind of thing that the feds want, right? You have some leeway.
Yes,
so you
sir.
can use,
Yes,
I think
sir.
I've heard Craig Watkins say smart on crime. I think I've heard him say that, what the Attorney General said.
Yeah, he came in back in 2006 with the Smart on Crime initiative. And it's not surprising that now the president and the attorney general are now following suit. So,
do you have any experience with and maybe not, because, you know, I don't know, any experience where you have known people who you thought were over prosecuted and you thought, man, that's just, I'm glad we don't have to do that in our.
well, but again, the problem is when you talk about prosecution, for so long in this state and other states has been tough on crime. And prosecutors think that the best way to show that you're a good prosecutor or that you're serving the citizens of your county is to be tough on crime and to send people away for the maximum
And that doesn't
sentences.
work. That works, right?
No, it does not.
No, I
work.
mean
It
with
does not
voters.
work.
With voters.
Yeah, sometimes it works
Yeah.
with voters, but at the end of the day, then the voters get upset when they're spending billions and billions of dollars a year incarcerating people as opposed to focusing on what punishment should be, and that's punishing, deterring, and rehabilitating, all three facets.
Let me ask you a question. I had to look this up. I don't know this, so you might not know it either. Do you know who the drug czar is right now?
I do not know who the drug czar is.
The drug czar, the U.S. drug czar is Gil Kurlikowski, and Gil is leaving office soon. I didn't know. So, I mean, what does that mean when we don't even talk about the drug czar anymore? Remember that used to be big, the drug czar. Did the war on drugs fail? What should, you know, should some of these drugs be made legal? What's changing out
when
there?
we're spending $80 billion, you know, nationally housing people? Yeah, I think it failed. I think what you see now is the president using the attorney general to incorporate some of his initiatives to, again, be smart on crime and make sure that we're not just convicting, warehousing, and then forgetting about people, but again, we're focusing on what we should be doing, and that's punishing those who need to be punished, also deterrence, and then rehabilitation.
Now, some on the other side would say the prisons are full because, boy, we're doing a heck of a job.
Now, the prisons are full because it's good business for the prisons to be full. And now we're getting to the focus of what we should be, and that's number one, housing those people who should not be on our streets who have committed serious offenses, and then for those low-level nonviolent offenders, rather than wasting billions housing and incarcerating them, let's give them the treatment that they need so that they can come back out and be productive citizens.
Is there any positives about the current system? I mean, can we, because they face such tough punishment potentially, do you get them to flip on other more important people easier? Is there anything good about, you know, some of this tough legislation?
Yeah, I mean, that happens all the time where we have people who will flip because the punishment is so severe.
They don't want to face that. Yeah, okay.
Correct. They don't want to face the mandatory minimal punishment.
Right.
But I think it is a better system whenever prosecutors, whether it be federal, state, or whenever judges, whether it be federal or state, have the ability to look at cases on a case-by-case basis and say, if there are mitigating circumstances that need to be taken into consideration, then we'll do that. And if there are aggravating circumstances that need to be taken into consideration, we'll do that.
Do you think, are there any potential for abuses here? If you just, you know, we don't like that, we're going to change it. I don't know. You tell me if this has been slow to come or fast. And maybe it's been slow and we're finally doing it. I don't know. Can these things
Well, it's been slow to come, but I think what you see now is, again, the president is in his second term, and he's flexing his executive power, and he's going to make some changes. And I think what we want to see now is a situation, or what we don't want to see is a situation where you got first-time offenders, where you got gangs and cartels using these guys, saying, hey, you're not going to be punished severely.
Right.
And what they need to understand is that that's not what Attorney General Holder said. No. If we find, based on the totality of the circumstances, that you're involved in a gang or you're involved with a cartel and it's your first time, we're going to punish you accordingly. But for those people who are primarily users and abusers of controlled substance, who may have controlled substance problems, we're not going to lock you away for 30 years when we could, and spend, again, millions on you when we could spend thousands to help you overcome your substance abuse problem.
One other question. I'm sorry, the producer's saying get done with this, but is this the first step toward legalizing marijuana or something?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Keith Harris, thanks.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming in.
Good to talk to you.
All right, good to talk to you.